does a handful of people, a network of families, control so much of the world, like banking, transnational corporations, governments in terms of any major party that has a chance of forming a government, controlling the pharmaceutical cartel, the oil cartel, the biotech cartel, and so on. The point to make is that this has not been going on for a few years or a few decades, and thus they have had time to build a global structure, which we have today, that allows the few to control the many in a very simple way once the structure's in position. What they've done is create a secret society and bloodline family version of a transnational corporation. The goal of this web is to change society in every country based on a world government that would dictate to every country, a world central bank that would dictate all world finance in every country, a world currency, just electronic, not cash, a world army to impose the will of the world government, and a microchip population. Party politics in general has been a cold, calculated scam to allow the few to control the many. At the moment, and up to this point, people have been led to believe that there are two parties in America that have any chance of forming a government. One's the Republicans and the other one is the Democrats. Actually, as in every other country, they are not different parties. They are masks on the same face. And whenever they get into power, they are carrying out the will of the spider at the center of the web to constantly follow the agenda that network at the center is dictating. What it means is that whoever is in power is controlled by this force, and therefore they advance the agenda of this force, which is the incessant centralization of power in every area of our lives, for a simple reason that the more you centralize power, the more power the few have over the many. What happens at the moment is someone will come along and tell you in an election campaign what they think you want to hear to vote for them. Like Obama, I'm closing Guantanamo, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, none of which has happened because it was never intended, and he knew it wasn't going to happen, but he needs to tell you what you want to hear to vote for him. How can Obama not close Guantanamo when he said he would? Because there's no contract. Until there's a situation where if someone says, for instance, there will be no carbon tax, there cannot, by law, be a carbon tax until there's been another election at which the person has said, well, actually, if you vote for me, there will be a carbon tax. Because at the moment, this is how it works. And it was done so blatantly by Obama. You tell people what they want to hear, and they vote for you. Then you get into government, and you do exactly the opposite. And this is not just Obama, though he's an extreme example. This is politicians and political parties all over the world. It's happening all the time. You have no choice in politics. They're masks on the same face. Politics is not the answer. In its present form, will never be the answer to what is going on. We have to do it. We, the people, have to do it, because politicians are there to do the very opposite of what's good for people.